So I'm just gonna get straight into it. So Fenty have released a new concealer called the Filt'r concealer, and of course I had to try it out. Even though I do not get on with the foundation, I may like it this time if I try it again. Maybe I was wearing it wrong, I don't know. But for some reason it just never stayed on my face, and it would always rub off on my scarf, on my clothes. And that is one thing that I just do not like, is when makeup transfers. So you guys must know that Fenty has released new concealers and setting powders, and I just had to obviously try it out because I am a sucker for loose setting powder and concealer. And I want to do a wear test. And I also want to test it against the Huda Beauty Overachiever Concealer and the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Setting Powder. So I want to compare the two, and I want to do a wear test and see how they both get along during the day. So I'll do my makeup, and I'm just going to go and do my day-to-day errands like I would. So makeup wise, I've only applied my foundation and my eyebrows. That is it, because usually after the foundation I would go in with my concealer and my contour, and because we are testing the concealers, so I just want to leave it at the foundation. So I have the two concealers here. That is why I might be looking a little bit crazy around my eyes, guys, because I have not concealed yet, because I'm going to test out both of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wear the Fenty concealer on my right side of my face, and the Huda Beauty I'm going to be wearing on my left side, so it might be to your right. So Fenty on this side and Huda on this side. So I'm just going to apply both the products, and then I'm just going to do my day-to-day errands like the cooking, the cleaning, and picking up the kids from school and everything, and then I will check in without touching up later tonight. So I'm just going to do a quick comparison between the two. Size wise, they're pretty much the same, but you're getting 12 mils with the Huda Beauty concealer, and you're getting 8 mils with the Fenty. So you do get more with the Huda Beauty concealer. And application wise, it has a metal applicator. Don't really know what to call this, guys, but it's supposed to be giving a cooling effect to the eyes when you do apply it. But me personally, I'm a person that just hates anything cold touching me. I hate feeling cold, I hate the winter. And when it is winter, the last thing I want to do is touch something cold on my face. So I'm not really a huge fan of the metal applicator. What I tend to do is just I'll get my brush and take the amount off that I need, and I'll just apply it using a brush. But with the Fenty, it comes with a doe foot applicator, which is normally pretty basic for a concealer, but there's something different about this applicator, guys. So this is the Fenty applicator. So you might be thinking it's just like a normal doe foot applicator, but oh no, guys. So when you turn it to the side, so hopefully you can see that it's pretty wide towards the base, and then it kind of narrows towards the tip. And because of that, I feel like, and it's quite flexible and bendy when you do apply it, and I actually prefer that. I don't know why. Some of you might like it, some of you might not, but I actually prefer a flexible kind of applicator. So I'm just going to jump straight into it now. Enough of me talking. I feel like I've been talking for quite a while. So yeah, so I've just got the foundation on, and now I'm going to start to conceal. So Fenty on this side and Huda on this side, okay? And let's see how they both wear throughout the day. So I'm only wearing my foundation and my eyebrows. Okay, so I will just do swipe down here and here. And then I'll just do some up there. I don't know what I'm going to do with my nose, so I'm just going to do a little swipe. And then I'll try and do another little swipe with the Huda. So I'm going to blend this in straight away, because I don't really like to leave concealers too long just sitting there on the face. That is really the only areas where I do apply concealer, guys. I don't really go underneath my cheekbones or anything like that, or on my chin, because I feel like I've already got a big chin and I don't really want to accentuate the chin. I'm just going to pop a little bit more on. because I feel like my mama needs more coverage. Okay, I'm just gonna blend that in again. So I have in shade 230, and what I really want my concealers to do is brighten up the areas, hence why it is so bright at the moment. So but when I do finish all of my makeup at the end, so then everything will come together. It usually does. Okay, so I have been using the Fenty Beauty concealer prior to this video, so I already know how it does kind of wear, but I just need you guys to see it. And I have to say, I love the coverage, I love the way it applies, everything. The concealer is really creamy, like very creamy, but it's not a thick creamy, like it's not bad creamy where you think, oh my god, it's gonna cake up. It doesn't feel like it's going to cake up, and it gives a smooth finish. I feel like it is giving like a really smooth finish. And it's looking very skin-like as well, which I love. I don't like my concealers looking really heavy because, like I said, I hardly get to touch up, so I don't want a cakey mess under my eyes. I've got the Huda in the shade Coconut Flakes, again for brightening. Don't get shocked when I apply this, okay? It will come together. So I'm gonna use my good old brush to apply the Huda, and I'm just gonna pop a few bits along there. So with the Huda, instantly it's no way as creamy as the Fenty. It feels a lot more thicker. It feels a lot more thicker, but when you're blending it, it doesn't feel so bad. Like when I applied it with the brush, I felt like it was really gonna drag on my skin. That's how thick it was. But when you do blend it out, it blends really nicely, and it does give a super flawless finish. But however, it looks like I'm wearing makeup, whereas the Fenty, I feel like it looks more skin-like, and the Huda one is just, yeah, you can tell you're wearing makeup. It's makeup. So I'm just gonna go ahead and, oh, I hate that bit. Fuck it. Oh god. Okay, I'm just gonna take the Huda down my nose and then blend that out. So I'm gonna do my eyes. Oh shit. I'm gonna do my eyes as well, guys. I haven't forgotten. It's just that when I do my eyes, I like to set it with the setting powder pretty much straight away, because you know those eyes love to crease up. Okay, so I've concealed everything that needs to be concealed, and I'm gonna go straight in with the powders because I don't know, I don't like leaving it too long before I go in to set it. So here we have the Huda Beauty, and here we have the Fenty Beauty. So you get 28 grams with the Fenty, and you get 20 grams with the Huda. So you're getting a lot more product with the Fenty, and the packaging is slightly bigger and chunkier as well, and I prefer the packaging to the Fenty. Like, look how luxury that looks. That just looks like a luxury product. That is stunning. I love it, and it looks really good as well when you just place it on your dressing table. And the Fenty gives a more luxury feel as well. So even when you hold it, even though it's plastic, like this is all plastic, but it feels really nice as well to hold than the Huda one. And the Huda one, it just got, I don't know, it's just flat and it's got sharp corners and it's very basic. So I'm going to go in with the Fenty first, and the Fenty shade that I have is in the shade Banana, and the Huda Beauty, I'm going to use the shade Pound Cake. So Pound Cake is a little bit lighter than the Banana shade, but let's just see how we go. So when you open the Fenty, you get the plastic cover as well. We can just pop on and off. I like to keep these just in case I need to put this in my bag and I don't want powder everywhere. So this is really cute because the holes for the sifter have the initials FB for Fenty Beauty. So when I apply my concealer, I like to set it with the powder, and then later I like to bake. So I set with it first and then I bake. So I'm going to set the Fenty side. And just go in. Oh, and the smell, oh my god, it's beautiful. It smells like really expensive cocoa butter. Like if rich people were to wear cocoa butter, I think this is what it would smell like. So the scent is really strong with the powder. Like I can smell it and I can still smell it. And even during the day when I'm out and about, I still get like a little whew, I can smell it. So I don't know if any of you like that or not, but this smell is good and I like it. So I don't mind having to keep on smelling it throughout the day. And again, with the powder, it's given a skin like finish. And it's looking flawless as well. Like, wow. The powder is so finely milled. Like when I'm rubbing my fingers together, they're just sliding against each other. They're actually like just slipping. That is how soft this powder is. I'm just going to set my other side with the Huda. And this one you really have to shake it side to side. For some reason, it's only side to side that works. So this one comes with the plastic cap as well. And just pop that off. I'm just going to go in with the Huda. And I'm going to do the same. And I'm going to... So this is giving a smooth finish also, but not as smooth as the Fenty, I would say. And this one is obviously a lot more brighter than the Fenty as well, because of the shade. So this side is looking a lot more natural to me than this side. This side is still good, still flawless. Good. Okay, and I'm just gonna pop some on my forehead as well. So both sides, I have to say, do give off like a really flawless finish, but the Fenty side to me is looking way more natural than the Huda. The Huda one is still good, but it's just like, it's makeup good. Wow. I actually like both. I can't decide. I'll be honest with you, I just cannot decide. It's just what you prefer. Like sometimes I don't mind having that, yeah, she's wearing makeup look, because obviously who's not going to be wearing makeup to an event? And then I have my days when I don't want it to look like I'm wearing too much makeup. So the Fenty would probably be good for that. But the main thing is that they both have really good coverage. Concealer wise and powder wise, the coverage is amazing on both products, and that is where I get stuck on which one is better than which. It's just the texture and the consistency is a little bit different, but coverage wise they are both so good. I cannot decide. I do feel like there's a little bit more coverage with the Huda, but it's really hard to tell, like very, very hard. Like you'd have to really, have to like look into it to kind of notice. But I would say 99.9% it is pretty much the same coverage. So that is good, I like that. Okay, so now I'm going to conceal my eyes. You guys are probably sick and tired of seeing these red balls. Okay, so I'm just going to go in with the Fenty, and then what I like to do, a little bit guys goes a long way with both of these concealers actually. Let me just point that out to you now. A little bit goes a long way. You don't need too much. Apply, and then if you need to, reapply, but don't apply it too much. So what I do with the Fenty is I just do like a line and a smaller line underneath. Then I just like to blend it out with my brush. Okay, so for the Huda one, I've already put some on the tip of my brush, and I'm just going to... Whoa, oh my god. Do you see how you only need a little bit? So like I said, a little bit goes a long way. So I just like to carve out my brow. Just blend that in. But so let me just quickly say that I do feel like when I do apply the Huda one on my eyes, it feels like it's less likely to crease as quick. So I've just put some more of the Easy Bake, and I'm just setting that into my eye. So again, I don't know, the Huda one is just a little bit more brighter than the Fenty one. So texture wise, everything is looking the same. Like, you really cannot tell that it's two completely different products. Only I know and you guys know. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly go and do the rest of my makeup and I shall be back. So I've just done my contouring, bronzer and my blush. So now what I want to do is bake with both of the powders. So I'm going to go in with the Fenty one first. I'm going to shake that up again and I'm just going to get my beauty blender and I'm going to go ahead and dip straight in. Okay, and I'm going to just go straight in and start baking under my eyes first. Take that underneath my cheekbone. Oh, and I did do my lips as well. I applied the YSL Tatouage Couture in the shade 23. So for the nose, I'm just going to do it with the Fenty and just go straight down. Okay, so now it's going to be Huda's turn and I'm just going to do the same. Grab my beauty blender and go in my under eye. So again guys, this is in the shade Pound Cake, so the colour will be different. And again, just under my cheekbone. And then down here on my chin, my smile line. And let's not forget the forehead. Okay, so by looking, clearly there is a massive difference by the colour, but when I do apply it, it doesn't feel any difference. They both feel the same. With the Huda powder, it's not as soft as the Fenty. It's a little bit like my fingers aren't sliding and slipping like they did with the Fenty. Like, it literally just feels like I'm rubbing powder. I can feel the powder, but with the Fenty powder I couldn't actually feel the powder. It just, my fingers just felt really slippery. But when looking at it, I don't know if you can see, when it's drying, the Fenty looks like it's patching up, and the Huda is just being Huda is just smooth. So I can tell because from my nose contour, on the Huda sides, it goes kind of over the contoured area there. But over on the Fenty side, I did apply the powder there, but for some reason it kind of just stayed on the side, and you can see where I've contoured, and I feel like it's patched up here. Okay, so I've just let that sit on my face for a few minutes, and I'm just going to go in with my MAC 138 big tapered brush, and I'm just going to buff all of that powder off of my face. So I'm going to start with the Fenty first because I want to see what the hell is going on over here. Okay, so you can't, when I've just wiped that away, it's looking okay. Buff underneath. So the banana powder does give off quite a yellow finish, but it's not too bad. I'll top it out. And nose. So underneath my eye here, I can see that it's looking dry. Let me just do the Huda. But with the Huda, I feel like the finish is not as smooth as the Fenty, but it doesn't do that crazy drying patchiness thing. But over with the Fenty, it's looking quite dry. It's looking quite dry at the moment, and it looks like it's clinging to a few patches. It's kind of dry here on the Fenty side underneath my eye, It's a little bit drier on the Huda, but not as bad as the Fenty. But the Fenty gives off more of a natural finish, I feel like. And also with the Fenty, I feel like there's a little bit of creasing going on here on the eyes. Whereas with the Huda, I feel like there's no creasing, but the Fenty is starting to crease in the inner corner. So I don't know if you can see, but like the Huda is not as smooth, but it's got amazing coverage. There's no dry patches. And the Fenty, like, I feel like I'm gonna be getting dry patches here, but the finish is a lot more smoother than the Huda, and I just hope it doesn't break up, because that's the issue I had with the Fenty foundation, and we do not get on. So the time is now 2:19. So I'm just gonna set all of that with my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, my fave. But these run out really quickly. Or is it just me? And I'm also going to go in with a bit of highlighter. So I'm just going to quickly pop on a bit of Becca Champagne Pop. I would open it and show you, but it is completely smashed. Yeah. So here is my Becca Champagne Pop. And it's such a shame because this one was a limited edition and I got it from Vegas and it's smashed. Here are the Becca Champagne Pop. Okay guys, so now my makeup is complete. So I'm just going to go and do my day-to-day errands, go pick up the kids from school, take the dog for a walk. I have loads of things to do. So I'm not going to apply any eyeshadow. So I want to see how it goes with the creasing on the eyes, and hopefully I'm not going to touch up at all. Like, even now I'm still torn. Like, by now I would kind of know, but they both have like pros and cons and it kind of balances each other out, so I don't know, I'm so confused. Only time will tell. So I'm just gonna go now and carry on with my day, and I will check back in later. So I'm going to check back in around 9-10 o'clock, give it a good 7 to 8 hours wear minimum, and I'm going to leave all of that glorious sweat on my face, and I'm not going to touch up or anything. I'm going to resist touching up, guys. I'm really going to resist that and show you everything. Okay guys, so I'm going to go now and I will be popping back later in the evening. Hey guys, so I am back and the time is now 10:07. I picked the kids up from school, I did the cooking, I did the cleaning, I took the dog for a walk, we had a family dinner, and I did not touch up my makeup, not one bit. So I've been out and about as well. So I've done pretty much like a full day with both the concealer and the setting powder, and I have to say both of them are pretty much the same. So concealer wise, the Fenty Beauty is a lot more creamier than the Huda Beauty. The Huda Beauty is a lot more matte, whereas the Fenty Beauty one gives a skin-like finish. But because it is a little bit more creamier, it can tend to get a little bit more oily throughout the day, but nothing too bad. So with the setting powders, I feel like they feel different, but they work pretty much exactly the same again. I feel like the Huda one holds up slightly a little bit more better than the Fenty one, but the Fenty one has a more natural finish, which I prefer. So I'm completely stuck. So I haven't touched up, and this side is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake setting powder side, and on this side we have the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter loose setting powder. So in the beginning, when I did apply both the concealer and the powders, there was a colour difference, especially with the loose setting powders. You can see a massive colour difference with that, because the Fenty one was more of a banana yellow tone shade, and the Huda one was more on the neutral side, so it had no yellow undertones. So the tones were completely different, but looking at myself now, I don't see a colour difference at all. As soon as the powders melted into the skin and settled down, there was no difference. I could not tell. And earlier on, before, when I did mention that it was dry, getting dry around here, it still looks that teeny bit dry, but that is it. Nothing else happened apart from that. It just stayed the way it was. And the contour bit, somehow it managed to blend out. Maybe my sweat blended it together, I don't know, but the obvious line or whatever it was there is now gone. And it's oily, like both sides they are oily, but I feel like the Fenty side is a little bit more oilier than the Huda side. But I really prefer the finish on the Fenty, especially over textured skin. It gives a more flawless finish. The Huda one kind of accentuates your textured skin. Over here, I feel like I'm getting a spot over here, so you can kind of see it. And over here, it's a lot more smoother, even though there's texture there. So for the concealer on the eyes as well, the Fenty one did crease. So it started in the inner corner from the beginning, and now there is a slight line going across, but more towards the inner. And the Huda has a slight line, but it's not as bad at all like the Fenty. But I have to admit, there is a slight colour difference on the eyes for the concealer. So the Huda Beauty one is looking a little bit lighter than the Fenty. Okay, so I have to say, I'm actually loving the Fenty concealer and the setting powder a little bit more than the Huda. Which is shocking for me because I do not get along with the Fenty foundation. Maybe I need to try it again. Wait, so don't laugh guys, okay? But this is my Fenty Beauty foundation. Look at that colour. So I can't try this out now, obviously, because of the colour. So this is in the shade 360, and I still have quite a lot left. So I think I stopped using it up to about there. Is when I realised no for this particular foundation, because it just rubbed off and would not stay on my skin. And now obviously the colour, like guys, I did have a tan when I bought this in the shade. I'm not crazy. The year that I went to Vegas is the year that I bought this foundation, hence why the colour is so dark. So now I cannot wear this foundation whatsoever. If I was to wear this foundation right now, I would not look like Aisha. I'm just gonna so even when I just opened it, like look how dark, like it's dried up there, but look how dark. Okay, so oh gosh, I would not. Wow, that is dark. So that is the shade 360, which I can't wear. Maybe I do need to try like the right shade in this foundation, and maybe I will love it, and maybe we can kind of reconnect. I don't know. I just think I maybe do need to try the lighter shade and see how I do get on. So just because of the concealer and the setting powder, I'm feeling like trying the foundation again. And also the problem that I had with the foundation was that I found it quite drying and it clung to my dry patches. I am kind of skeptical in actually trying this again, because I am doing a skincare system which is the Obagi Nuderm. So I will be doing a video on that soon, all about my skincare routine and the Obagi Nuderm system. If you know, you know. Shout out to anybody that does know about the Obagi Nuderm system, because it has changed my skincare routine completely. But that's for another video. So, oh wow. So this is still taking its time to dry down, but yeah, I definitely cannot wear, unless I mix it. Unless I mix a little bit in with my Huda foundation. Baby steps. So with the wear test, they both did get oily. The Fenty Beauty slightly a little bit more than the Huda, but they both did get oily, guys. But sometimes I do like a little bit of oiliness. It kind of gives that natural glow effect. So I just want to quickly show you also what I would do when I do get oily and how I touch up, and it's so quick and so simple. So my MAC 138 tapered brush is my favourite for face, and this one I purely use to just wipe off any loose setting powder or what I am about to do now. So when it comes to touching up, literally I get my big MAC 138 brush, and what I do, no product by the way, like I'm not dipping into any product, just getting my big mirror and my brush, and what I'm going to do is just press it in. So I'm just going to press that in. Simple, no product guys. So it's just taken the extra oil off of my face, nothing else. It hasn't messed up my makeup, it hasn't moved anything around. It's just taken off all of that extra sweat off of my face and kind of just freshened up the makeup a little bit. So you don't need to add on extra product. That is when your makeup will start to get cakey. So I would advise not to add extra product throughout the day. Just get a big brush and kind of pat it away, and it works a lot better and your makeup will not get cakey. And I also wanted to quickly mention with the powders, there's literally like a pound difference between the two. So with the Huda, there's 20 grams in here and there's 28 grams. Yes, there's 28 grams in the Fenty. So you're just getting 8 grams more, but there's only a pound difference between the two. And honestly, if I had to choose between the two for both concealer and powder, I don't know, honestly, I do not know. I would literally struggle for quite a bit. But then I think I'd go with the Fenty. And I also prefer the smell with the Fenty as well than the Huda. I feel like the Huda one is a little bit too perfumey, but the Fenty Beauty one, to me it smells like cocoa powder. I can't remember if the concealer actually has a scent to it. I don't think it does, but the powder definitely does. Definitely. And it smells like this luxurious, expensive, rich cocoa butter. Okay guys, so that is it for the video today. And I hope the wear test was helpful to you and you got a little bit more information. I know I'm a little bit late and people have probably posted loads of videos already on both the Huda and the Fenty. I just thought I would share with you guys my opinion and how it actually worked out for me. And I do hope this video was actually helpful to somebody out there. And let me know what you guys think of the concealer and the setting powder, or even what you think of the Huda ones. If you have both, let me know. Just drop me a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Just remember guys, the smell, even though it is nice to me, it is really strong. So for some of you it might be quite overpowering, but I am swaying more towards the Fenty guys. Maybe it's the packaging. Maybe the packaging has just got me, but I don't know. So comment, like, subscribe to my channel, and make sure you click that notification bell so you do know when I upload my next video. Bye guys.